My name is Auntie. Welcome back to your fresh new update. I hope you missed me as much as I missed you. I've got 3 sizzling stories for you today. But before I spill, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another fresh new update. Now, it is with a very heavy heart that I must confirm that Limpopo's golden girl Karishma is currently fighting for her life. This after what many has described as a horrific car accident. According to sources close to the Star, the incident happened near the Sidikela filling station along the R37 in Gauteng. The artist was reportedly driving herself from wherever she was coming from when she lost control of her vehicle, leaving her with some very serious injuries. Fans across social media have been sending prayers and well wishes after hearing that she's in critical condition. Moments before the news broke, a post appeared online believed to be from her saying, "Father God, please fight for me." It was at that exact moment that concerns started flooding in and supporters knew something was terribly wrong. Sources close to her have since confirmed that she has been admitted to a local public hospital, though her current condition remains unclear. Right now, as it stands, all of Limpopo is holding its breath, hoping for a miracle and praying that Karishma pulls through. Updates are of course still developing, but one thing is for sure, the province, the country, and everyone else in between is rallying behind her in spirit. Now let's move right along to our next update, and honestly, I wasn't planning on talking about this, but my DMs are buzzing, so I guess we need to unpack what went down at Johannesburg Pride, because apparently things got really messy. Now I'm gonna need you to sit very comfortably for this one. So here's what people are saying. Apparently, some of our favorite TikTok personalities were in attendance at the Pride this year, which is absolutely cool and there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem started when a few of them allegedly forgot that being known online doesn't automatically mean you're a celebrity in real life. People who were there say things started off just fine until one of our friends lost their phones, panicked and fainted. Now obviously that's very unfortunate. Anyone can lose their phone, but instead of sympathy, it somehow spiraled into chaotic drama. Others started saying he was being overly dramatic for attention, and that was just the beginning. A few moments later, another group of TikTok influencers barged into the after party and faked being backup dancers for Makazi just to get in for free. Now I don't know who came up with this idea, but it's genuinely the confidence for me. However, the bouncers weren't having it. They simply told them Makazi had performed an hour ago, and that was that. No entry, no VIP treatment, just a whole lot of embarrassment. Now people on Twitter and TikTok have been laughing ever since, saying this is exactly what happens when clout becomes a personality trait, because honestly, pretending to be someone's backup dancer for free entry, that's low effort and high humiliation. And then came the cherry on top, the "do you know who I am" moment. According to witnesses, Dominic Zaka decided he didn't have to pay like everyone else, walked straight up to the door trying to push his way in, and when stopped by security, apparently and allegedly dropped the classic line, "Do you know who I am?" Now in typical South African fashion, the bouncer reportedly replied with one word: fuck off. And honestly, that moment deserves a standing ovation, because some people really need that reminder. Fame doesn't make you special, it just makes you visible. Now, let's pause for a second, because beyond the drama, there's something more serious to unpack here. Social media has created this strange world where people start believing their online attention equals real life importance. Now, don't get me wrong, creating content is a job. Trust me, I know. It really takes effort, consistency, and creativity. But somewhere along the line, a lot of people forget that the influencer title doesn't come with a crown. You can literally have all the followers in the world, but if you're rude, entitled, or constantly chasing attention, people will eventually see through it. And that's exactly what's happening right now. The audience, the same people who made you popular, are starting to see who's genuine and who's just performing for views, because at some point the act does get old. Honestly, this whole Pride situation is so disappointing, because Pride is about authenticity and not pretending to be someone else, literally or figuratively. So to see people faking roles, acting superior, or turning a community event into personal chaos is not just embarrassing, it's disrespectful to what Pride stands for. And if anything, this whole situation should be a wake-up call. Being known online doesn't mean you've made it. It just means people are watching, and how you act determines whether they stay watching or move on to the next person. Anyway, that's the full story as it's being told. The fainting, the fake backup dancers, the entry drama, all of it. And honestly, it's funny until you realize how sad it actually is that people would fake fame rather than just enjoy the event like everyone else. And with that being said, I'd like to respectfully ask that the influencers don't rush to my employer to complain about something I've clearly stated is alleged. I wasn't there. I'm simply sharing what I heard because babe, we all know that one influencer who takes things way too far and ends up ruining lives. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let's talk in the comments, and please, if you were there and saw what happened, share your version because I have a feeling the story is still unfolding. And last but certainly not least, it looks like DJ Zinhle just can't seem to catch a break. Every time we think she's finally found peace, love, another storm brews, and this time it's really no different. So according to reports making rounds online, Morda, who is her husband, is allegedly cheating on her with a university student. Now, before anyone says anything, let's remember that this isn't the first time that her love life has made big headlines. If you think back, aka her ex was rumored to have cheated on her with the it girl Bonang, and that story literally shook the entire timeline when it came out, and now people are saying history might just be repeating itself. What's making this even messier is that the source of these new allegations has a very solid reputation for not spilling fake tea. So while we keep saying allegedly, deep down we already know what that actually means. But on a more serious note, it's actually quite sad because DJ Zinhle has been through so much in the public eye, and whether these rumors are true or not, it's clear she can't seem to escape the drama that follows her relationship. It's almost like every chapter comes with its own plot twist because even after aka cheated on her with Bonang, he actually went back to her. They tried to make it work again, but the streets were already whispering that it wouldn't last, and unfortunately, as usual, the streets were right. Because not long after that, rumors started spreading that aka had left Zinhle again, this time for Nelly Tembe. And that's really when things started spiraling. When those rumors hit social media, Zinhle really tried to play it cool. But behind the scenes, the tea was boiling. We can say what we want, but one thing about DJ Zinhle, she'll turn heartbreak into a headline and still come out looking like the brand. However, when it comes to love, it's always scandal after scandal, heartbreak after heartbreak. But through it all, she will always keep it classy because if there's one thing about Zinhle, she'll cry, but she'll cry in style with the business booming and the edges laid. Talk about black girl magic. He's still cheating though. Allegedly. That's all for your fresh new updates. Be sure to like, comment, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on the tea. For fresh new updates, it's your fave McDarling Mukuna Yamadi. Until next time, stay safe, stay spicy, and remember, in Mzansi, today's headlines is tomorrow's gossip.